Now, following the Trump victory and the Brexit vote, the Western media has been going big on so-called fake news and supposed Russian attempts to influence political affairs. It's alleged that Russian meddling in America's presidential election and in the UK's independence referendum played a critical role in the outcome of both votes. RT's Gayane Chichikan explains.
The U.S. mainstream media has seized on a Washington Post article alleging Russian interference in the U.S. election through what it called fake news. The article was based on claims by a mysterious group called Prop or Not, which labeled some 200 alternative news outlets as peddlers of Russian propaganda. When some journalists asked the project to explain why websites like a popular portal Drudge Report were on the list, Prop or Not had nothing better to reply than, quote, "They refer audiences to sort of Russian stuff," end quote. Some journalists have shamed the Washington Post for the fake news story, calling it disgusting or propaganda about Russian propaganda. One outlet discreetly switched its headline from "Research confirms Russia's role in spreading fake news" to "Research suggests." With some caveats, mainstream media outlets continue with the narrative.
And there's no question that Russia has a very robust system of putting out fake news and other types of propaganda.
Most reports on the subject seem to suggest that Russia's fake news ploy has helped Trump win the election.
The losing side in the American election are desperate to make out that it was a Russian hack and that the American election was hacked by the Russians, which is clearly a little bit hysterical. The fact is the Democrats just didn't understand the mood of the American people.
Newsweek even looked beyond the U.S. election and questioned the legitimacy of the Brexit vote based on the outlet's assertion that, quote-unquote, the Russian disinformation campaign may have influenced the outcome.
The underlying suggestion in many of these reports is that Russia managed to sway voters, that maybe without Russia, Hillary Clinton would have won or Brexit would not have happened. It creates an image of Russia as this all-powerful game changer, but that suggestion seems to disregard the ability of voters to think and decide for themselves. In Washington, I'm Gayane Chichikan.
Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me out there? Let's go. Let's get it pop, let's get it pop. I'm all in. I've been in the kitchen whipping, where y'all been?